Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to create GoToWebinar Registrant on Jotform submission. So I'm an online educator and I have created some webinars by using GoToWebinar. Now what I want is that as I have created a registration form by using Jotform, and whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission through Jotform, then automatically by using the detail of that form submission, I want to add a new registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar. So here I want to do this automatically, and for that I need to build a connection between Jotform and GoToWebinar. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing software for automation and integration. Now with Pabbly Connect, whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission through Jotform, then automatically I will create a new registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can create GoToWebinar Registrant on Jotform submission. So as an online educator, I can use Jotform to automatically create a registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar whenever someone signs up for my upcoming webinar. So this will save me time and it will ensure that each new submission directly translates into a registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar. So it will be keeping my audience organized and ready for the event. And here it will save me a lot of time and my energy. So here what I need to do is I need to connect Jotform with GoToWebinar in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a new registration from my form that I have created in Jotform, and as I will get that form submission, then automatically by using the detail of that form submission, I will create a new registrant or I will add that registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar. So here I want to do this automatically, and for that I simply need to build this connection and this automation between Jotform and GoToWebinar, and for that I need to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing software for automation and integration, and here for using Pabbly Connect, I need to open a new tab and I need to search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the landing page, I have these two options of sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then you can just click on this sign up for free button, and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 free tasks every month. Or if you already have an account or you are an existing user, then you can just click on sign in. And you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I just need to click on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect. And it will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the dashboard, I need to create a new workflow, and for that, I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Now here I need to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to create GoToWebinar Registrant on Jotform submission. Now I need to select the folder where I want to save my workflow, so I'm going to open this tab, and in this tab I'm going to find all the folders that I have in my Pabbly Connect account, and here I have this particular folder of automation, so I'm going to use this particular folder and I'm going to save my workflow in this particular folder, so I'm going to select that, and now I need to click on Create. And it will take us to this most important window of our workflow, and here in this window I have these two boxes of trigger and action. So trigger and action are the two main principles on which our workflow works on, and trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action is just going to follow that. So here in our workflow I need to first set up my trigger, and here I can only set up single trigger step and multiple action steps. So here first I have to set up my trigger, and here for setting up my trigger, I need to search for my trigger application, and here in my trigger application, I'm going to use Jotform. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select Jotform here. Now here I have to give my trigger event, so I'm going to open this tab, and new response is going to be my trigger event. So I'm going to select that. And now I need to connect Jotform with Pabbly Connect in my workflow, and for that I need to use this webhook URL. So this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Jotform and Pabbly Connect, and for connecting these two applications, I need to follow all these instructions. So first I need to copy this webhook URL, and with the help of this webhook URL, I'm going to get all the responses of my form submission that I'm going to get through my Jotform here in Pabbly Connect. Now for connecting Jotform with Pabbly Connect, I'm going to take you to my Jotform account, And in Jotform, I have created these forms. So here I have to use this sign up form and I want to connect this form with Pabbly Connect so that I can get the detail of the form submission from this form in Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this edit form button. And now here this is my sign up form, and for connecting this form with Pabbly Connect, I need to go to settings. And here in settings, I need to go to integrations. And here in integrations, I need to search for webhooks. So I'm going to search for that here. And I'm going to use webhooks. So I'm going to select that. And here I need to add my webhook. So I'm going to first clear this default response from here. And now I need to add my webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here in this tab. And now I'm going to click on complete integration. And here my integration is ready and I have successfully connected this form with Pabbly Connect with the help of webhook. So I'm going to click on finish. And I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, we can see it is waiting for webhook response. Now for getting this webhook response, what I need to do is I need to create a new form submission. And as I will create a new form submission, then automatically I'm going to get that response here in Pabbly Connect. So here for getting this response, I need to create a new sample submission or a test submission. And for this, let me take you back to Jotform. And for making a new form submission, I need to take you to publish. And here in publish, I have my form link. So I'm going to open this in a new tab. And here this is my sign up form. Now here I am going to create a new registration. So I have to fill all these details, and as I will fill all these details, I will create a new form submission. So here my first name is going to be demo. Last name is going to be user. Email will be demouser@pabblytudes.com. I'm going to give a random phone number. And also I'm going to give the city, that is going to be Bhopal. Now here I have filled all the required details. So I'm going to click on submit. And here I have successfully submitted this form and I have created this new form submission. Now that we can see I have created this new form submission. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, we can see I have received this response. So this is the response of my new form submission that I've just created in Jotform. And in this, I have received all the detail of my form submission. So here I have the first name of my registrant, that is demo. I have the last name, that is user. I have the email, that is demouser@pabblytudes.com. I have the random phone number and I have the city, that is Bhopal. So here we can see that these are all the details of my registrant who has filled my Jotform for creating a new registration for my webinar. And as I have created a new form submission, then automatically I have received that detail of that form submission here in Pabbly Connect. Now every time I'm going to receive a new form submission from Jotform, then automatically I'm going to get that response here in Pabbly Connect. Now I have received all these details of my form submission. Now I need to use all these details, and automatically by using all these details of my form submission, I need to create a new registrant, or I need to add a new registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar. So for automatically creating a registrant in my webinar, I need to set up my actions tab. And here I need to search for my action application. So my action application is going to be GoToWebinar. So I'm going to search for that. And I'm going to select GoToWebinar here. Now I'm going to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And create registrant is going to be my action event. So I'm going to select that. And I need to connect GoToWebinar with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. So I'm going to click on connect. I'm going to click on add new connection. And here first I have to give the from time and the to time of my webinar. So here I need this timing in UTC format, and I need to use this particular format with date and time. So here for getting my from time and to time in UTC format, I'm going to first take you to my GoToWebinar account. And in my GoToWebinar, I have this particular webinar of PHP for beginners. So I'm going to open that webinar. And here this is the timing of my webinar, that is on 25th of December, and the timing is 10 AM to 11 AM. So this is my from time to time, and this is my date. So now here I have my timing in Indian Standard Timing. Now what I want to do is I want to connect this timing in UTC time zone or in UTC format. So here for converting this time zone, what I can do is I can use any particular converter, and for that I can open a new tab, and I just need to search for IST to UTC converter. And I'm going to open any link here. Now here I have to convert my Indian Standard Time to UTC time zone. So for that I'm going to first give my timing. So my webinar timing is of 10 AM. So I'm going to fill that here. And I'm going to click on OK. Now here I have given my Indian Standard Time as 10 AM and here it has given me UTC time zone, that is 4:30 AM. Now what I need to do is I need to add this timing in Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to take you to Pabbly Connect and here I need this particular format to add my webinar timing. So I'm going to copy this format from here. I'm going to paste that here and now I'm going to fill my timing. So here I have to first give the date, that is going to be 25th of December. So I'm going to fill that. And now I have to give the timing, that is of 4:30 AM. So I'm going to type that. So this is my from time and I'm going to copy this from here and I'm going to paste that in the to time and I just need to add 1 hour, which is going to be my webinar to time. So here I have added all the required details and now I'm going to click on connect with GoToWebinar. And here we can see I have successfully connected GoToWebinar with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. Now here we can see that as I have connected GoToWebinar with Pabbly Connect, I have received my webinar name here in this tab of webinar. So here this is my webinar of PHP for beginners and in this particular webinar, I need to add all my registrant. So here for creating my registrant for my webinar, I need to fill all these details and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all my response of Jotform and from that response of Jotform, I'm going to get the detail of my registrant and I'm going to map those details here in these tabs. So for that I need to use mapping, and what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping I need to click here. I'm going to open this response of Jotform and here first I have to give the first name of my registrant. So this is the first name, so I'm going to map that. Similarly I'm going to map the last name, so I need to click here. I'm going to open this response of Jotform. And here this is the last name, so I'm going to map that. Now I'm going to map the email address. Also I'm going to give the city and I'm going to give the phone number of my registrant. Now here I have filled all the required details and all the details that I have received from my Jotform submission. And I have all these other tabs too, but I'm not going to fill these details. I'm just going to leave these tabs blank because these are not the required details and also I'm not receiving these details of my registrant from my Jotform submission. But if you want to fill these details, you can do that too. And here I have filled all the required details. Now as I mapped these details, I have made all these details dynamic. Now what is going to happen is that every time I'm going to receive a new form submission from Jotform, then automatically all these details that I have mapped here will get replaced with the new detail in the real time. And with every new form submission from Jotform, I'm going to create a new registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar. So here I have filled all the required details. Now I'm going to click on Save and Send Test to Quiz button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response and this means that I have successfully created a new registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar by using the detail of my Jotform submission. So here to check whether I've created a new registrant or not, let me take you to GoToWebinar. I'm going to refresh this page. And now here in my webinar, I'm going to scroll down and in this I'm going to go to registration. I'm going to open this tab. And in registration, we can see I have my total registrant, that is 1. So I'm going to open that. And here this is my registrant that is named as demo user. I have the email that is demouser@pabblytudes.com and I have just added this registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar. Now I'm going to open my registrant. And here these are the details of my registrant, like I have the first name that is demo, I have the last name that is user, I have the email that is demouser@pabblytudes.com. I have the city that is Bhopal and I have the random phone number. So here we can see that these are all the details of my form submission that I have received through Jotform, and automatically by using the detail of that form submission, I have added a new registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar. So here I have successfully added this registrant in my webinar and I have done this with the help of Pabbly Connect. And with Pabbly Connect, I have created this automation and this connection between Jotform and GoToWebinar. And now every time I'm going to receive a new form submission from Jotform, then automatically by using the detail of that form submission, I will add or create a new registrant in my webinar in GoToWebinar. So here I can automatically create GoToWebinar registrant on Jotform submission. And for that, I have successfully created this automation between Jotform and GoToWebinar. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here with Pabbly Connect, I have connected Jotform to GoToWebinar to automatically create GoToWebinar registrant on Jotform submission. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger and my trigger application was Jotform and my trigger event was new response. Then I have set up my actions tab and my action application was GoToWebinar and my action event was create registrant. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this with Pabbly Connect. If you want to reach out to us, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any issues or queries related to our workflow, then you can check the forum link. And if you have any issues related to the pricing of Pabbly Connect or Pabbly, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel.